Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Friday evening call for Yes, I Help. Buks is going to keep us busy for a while, and then we'll see what time is available. Buks, remember, we only got 40 minutes on this one. So
Yes.
it's minimum 30 minutes presentation.
All right, people. There I'm going. Kathy, can you just give me a thumbs up? You can see the screen share.
It's
Yep.
on.
All right, people. I'm doing a full presentation tonight, or because I made a fault in the past 2 weeks, and I need to rectify it. That is why I'm going to do a presentation. You'll see that mine is not a 100% official presentation because I had to change it to cut it a bit short because of the other information that we're putting in. Okay, just a disclaimer as always, I'm not a tax advisor, neither is Stefan, or financial advisors, but pay Caesar that belongs to Caesar. Yeah. All right. The YES project. It's not a company. It's not multi-market leveling. Although we need people. It is a numbers game. We need, it's not investments. It's not investment scheme.
That wet shoes.
Rocky, please.
That's wet shoes in the sun tomorrow. Oh, not if it's going to rain.
Okay. We're a community of donors. We have a 100% automated system, and it's artificially. People, you'll see the algorithm in the system is excellent. I cannot. I'll have to speak about it. And that's why Stefan does it day in, day out, basically 18 hours a day, all the time. We're working on this project. We want to make people happy. We want to help people. And in the same way, we're going to help ourselves as well. All right. The most important of this thing is you will see on position number 7 is automatic donation. This project is not where you're going to wait a year or 6 months. They get some money and then they're going to start giving it to the community. It's already doing minute by minute. As you move, your boards is moving. The community does get helped as well. All right, where do we start? We start at the $4. Always, always, always. You start at the $4 board. You cannot skip it. You cannot bypass the space. You need to start there. It doesn't matter if you've got $4, $40, or $4 million. We all start at the same place. All right. But it gives us a good foundation to have a kickoff, which is amazing. Now, let me show you. You will see at the bottom, you come in when you start. This number 1 to 8. You come in as a donor in one of these positions. From the donor, as this row is getting full, you will move up to the construction positions. From the constructor, you're going to move to the top, and this is what we're going to call the board splits. Position 1 to 4 go as a group, and 5 to 8 goes further on. Then you're going to have, at the end of the day, you're going to be in a receiver position, which is most important. Then I'll show you what happens on the receiver position. Now, this is where I made a fault at one stage. We used to have, and I'm going to show you first the fault. This is the fault that I made. We had the entry you see on top there. Then your boards, every time you move out of a receiver and you come in it again, your positions doubles up. It's not happening like that anymore, people. Look at this nicely. And this works for all the levels. The first position there, when you are a receiver, the first position is you're in a receiver position. Then funds gets to that means the money comes to you. The funds comes to you. Then you've got a sponsor. Then position 3, 4, and 5 is upgrade. So you move to the next level of boards. All right. As we said, the community is number 7. Now, the only re-entry you get is you're going to go back to the $4 board. What does this mean? That is why the board is moving a bit slower, but the moment we start buying more $4 boards, we can go 5x or 10x. It's advisable at this stage. Me and Stefan worked it out between positions. If you got 4 to 5 $4 boards, 5 to 7, sorry, then you'll see how much the system moves you to the faster boards. All right. So it's not like in the past we have infinity. We're going to have, and this is the folder I made. So, but I'll show you now. I mean, if you have 7 $4 boards, you can have 7 million rand. Just like that. In time. Okay, this is I already showed you. This has changed. It's fallen away. So you need to buy extra $4 boards on your profile. Still, if we've got time, we'll show you how it works. All right. Now, just again, I'm showing it again because what we got on this, it works for all the boards, but you've got a matrix 1 and a matrix 3 running. So there's an entry of, after your $4 board, matrix 1 is an entry of $12 and matrix 2 is an entry of $20. And people, it's all automatically. From here on, it's automatically. You don't have to break your head. Just tells what Stefan tells us to do. We just do that. We follow basic rules and it's just a plugging and go. All right. Now, as I said, we're doing it now. This is the third time you've seen this where you receive. It's all the same on the steps. Now, what is most important here as well? Step number 3, 4, and 5 is your upgrade to the next levels. Okay. But what is important for me as well to say, first of all, if you look at the left, we're doing this in USDT Polygon. Payments is run in USDT Polygon. If you do it from Binance, you only pay $1 fee. But what we also do, if we want to have multiple boards, you pay once into the system, you pay that $1 and you can have $80, $100, and then you transfer it to different boards without any cost, no fees at all. And this is nice. So, okay, just keep that in your back mind. All right. Okay. As I said, as you move to the $12 board, at the end of the day, what you need to look at is $19.20. This is what you're going to receive, and you can take that money. You don't have to worry. The system is automatically going forward. All right. It's paying you. It's paying you for a higher board. It is, again, creating for you another $12 board. So as you said, the same with all those positions. It's on all the boards, it's the same level. All right. So the basis is $4. If you got 10 $4 boards, then you can go 10x on these amounts. Now, as we move from the $12 to the $29, each time you can see the amount of money that you're moving in. If you get to star 5, is what we call, then you're on a local level. The moment you move from star 5 to the next level, then you fall into the global grant. So people, we need our local people to help each other. We've created a file, you'll see there we help each other to build up to level 5. It's not going to be done in a year's time. This to move up to Imperial, you need a lot of people. You need a lot of people. I'm not going to argue, but it's possible. We already, some of the people, Stefan asked this week, who's already on star 3 and is moving to star 4. These people are already moving. This project started on the 23rd of this, the 3rd of December. The official launch was the 15th of January. We're over 60,000 people already in the system. We are moving in South Africa. I don't know if we hit the 6K button already. Over 6,000. You can see it on the system. All right. But it is possible now if you got, just listen to me. If you got 5 or 7 of these $4 boards, you're going to have this 600 637 times 7 at the end of the day. This is where we're getting. Some people has got more. The average amount of profiles we're telling people is what we've worked at, which is easy, very easily manageable, is 50 people, 50 profiles. And we do it in batches of 10. I'll show you. All right. Now also bear in mind, this is your income for matrix 1. Once you move from star 3 to star 4, you also get involved in matrix 2. And matrix 2 is the $20, as I said. And so you've got two, matrix 1, matrix 2. And it all started at the $4 board. This is unbelievable. Look at the amount of funds. Same story here. Remember, if you had 5 or 10 $4 boards, you can have 10x here per profile. Per profile. So it's actually much more than you can gain. All right. How we do it. All right. Just on a one cycle to move through, you're going to earn R1 million, $1 million. Now imagine if you've got 50 of these. It is, those of you who are still working, you can tell your boss you can kiss his ass. Tell him, you must move. You can be your own boss. You can start at 9 o'clock in the morning. Remember, I don't say, you're not going to be on holiday all the time because you need people. Then you can join a group of successful people and help each other. Okay. Now, just for the basics. When you start, this is how the dashboard looks when you're looking for new people when you register. People, this is an amazing system. On the bottom here, you can see if you click on that, on each of these yellow dots, you will see the amount of people that's in this. There's much more. I think it's now 160 countries. This thing grows per minute as the blocks grow, the grooves grow. On the right-hand corner, you can see the blocks that you are in, where you're moving, as I showed you in the beginning. You can see the movement of your funds. It's available. You can see on the financial side who is funding you and who are you going to fund. People, it's just an amazing system. What can I tell you? And very important, you see this button of the community. I'm going to explain to you now. We said it's a numbers game. You need people to get in, but very people is very scared to get in. As we said, you're moving. This you can see in the system. If you've got 10 or 20 or 40 boards, it doesn't matter. You can look at each one of yourself where you are situated. And as in this case, I'm on top. Next one is, I'll go to the top. I'm in top position. Then I go to receiver and it's payback time. All right. Now, this is the system that we're talking about, the 10x, the sheet that we are. This is the only sheet that I know of. It is running in South Africa. And so far, it looks like the only one in the world. There's other types of sheets where there's other systems that people is using to help each other. But this is the way we help each other. You come into this Excel spreadsheet, you put your name up. The moment you put your name up, you commit yourselves not to $4, but to $40 to come into the system. We ask the people to start at least with the first $20, 5 positions, because we have found that once you move over the 50% on your boards, then your board starts to move, and it moves faster and faster. So what happens, I'm going to use Mickey at the right-hand side. Yeah, you put your name up here. Your one profile, one of your profiles, you're going to have 10 friends on, and they are going to use, you're going to put on each of these people. So end of the day, 10 friends, and you got 10 referrals. Remember that story I told you, where you saw in position 1 and 2 and 3, and the one is your sponsor, where you're getting extra commission. This is where the system helps us to build further on. All right. So people, join us, talk to us. There's videos, there's support. We've got Telegram, active Telegram groups. There we can help each other. If you've got a problem, You can speak to me, you can speak to Stefan. We basically close to 16, 18 hours a day working on a system. We're helping people because we know if we help other people, they're going to help us. And we need people to be in support with us. And we need people to start expanding because this list of us is getting now to 2,000. If they, so far 1,000, I don't know, 300. If all 10 people, if you commit to this list, then we're going to have 20,000 people on the map. And this is what we're looking for. Remember that global that I talked about after Star 5? We want the global to come. We want to be ahead. There's one country, it's Brazil, that is keeping ahead of us. This is where the system started. It's designed there. They've got a kickstart, but we're busy catching up. All right. And that is all I said. This is my email. Please email me if you've got problems or I can need help or support. And then also there's the Telegram groups. All right, Stefan, I just want to check if there's in a chat group. Stefan, what was that number? 6,000. This is the amount of people that's already in the system just from South Africa under Stefan in this group. All right, Stefan, you can go
Not
on.
only on them, that is all the South Africans. My team is bigger than
Yeah,
that.
all the South Africans.
Okay, yeah, if you look at the numbers for Brazil and South Africa, we've been
Cheers,
staying
Stefan.
constantly 5,100 positions behind them. So we're growing at the same amount of profiles per day. Some days they got 5, 6 more than us, and other days we got 5 or 6 more than them. But I'm just going to quickly show you a few things. I just need to find this now. Yeah. Oh yeah. People, Imperial, to reach Imperial, just to reach it, not to receive, needs 8 billion profiles. If you work on the traditional 2x2 system, we're going to make it much faster because we chain. And we do leave 9 profiles to just hang on the boards and travel with while you work on your main profile. And as I said this morning, once your team is finished, select your strongest profile. If you don't know which one it is, contact us so that we can determine which is your strongest profile and add it in a new team. That's what we've done with my profiles, like Buks, all the people that Buks is helping, Mickey, all those type of people. I mentioned a profile to Adele, 17. She said this can't be a strongest profile. It is the strongest profile. Remember, I can do analysis. I've got this page here where I can see exactly how strong your profile is. I'm not going to teach you how to read this. I don't have time for that. Okay, so if you look at the numbers that we need for Diamond 1 is 2 million profiles. So you need 64 to go to star 1. Below you, that's in the normal traditional 2x2, but remember we're chaining, so you cut that by about 50%. So I'm sitting with 7,100 in my team now. I'm on star 3. I don't have to go to 32,000. I'm going to go to star 4 a little bit sooner than that because there's double chaining going on, and that means that I'm going to go faster, maybe in the next few days. So that is concerning the numbers. Well, I'm not going to have time to teach you what I do. I loaded or funded 11 profiles for Andre Tron in the Western Cape today. He transferred to my bank and I funded profiles for him. We built on a specific line and there was huge money coming in. I think I received a total of $16. We moved 2 profiles through to star 1 with only $44. We moved 2 profiles through to star 1. I received $16. After I finished with him, it was a long call because I sit and guide him. We do it one by one. I need some distractions once in a while. Now, what did I do with that $16? Can anybody on here just type in the chat? How many additional profiles, not positions, profiles, did I open for myself with that $16? Buks, you can type, please. Who else wants to take a guess? How many
With
profiles
$16.
did I open with that $16 that I made from Andre?
$16, Stefan, the way you do it.
Ah, there we go. There's the right answer. 64. 64 profiles, people. Because I make notes on my file of which positions is sitting in the receiver and got 1 and 6 open. So I went up to 48, where I filled position 1 or position 6 with a new profile where I was the receiver. So I get that money back the whole time. And then I filled another few boards where position 5 was open. Only 5. I didn't care who was the receiver. Position 5 was open. In some of them, I was a receiver. So I go to star 1. In that whole process, I received another $64, just over $64 with the sponsor bonuses as well, to open 16 more. That's what you can do, people. I showed you 2 weeks ago with Sari how we loaded additional profiles for a little bit of money. This morning after Buks lost his power, I think Mel was on the call. We did I loaded one profile with $4, and eventually we moved the profile to star 1, and she got $4 and opened a new profile, and that board is going to split soon. It's easy but it takes time. Somebody asked me yesterday, why don't I load Pegasus faster? It's because I load carefully. I plan the loading. I plan where to load them. And they must still get trained as well. Training takes a lot of time. So that's what you can do with $16 if you're clever. All right, I've got a lot of profiles. It's beautiful. My total positions now, and I started with only $28. My total positions, I can go check on a file. It is there for everybody to see. I'm not shy about what I did on this thing. Is 902 positions, 781 $4 positions. And that's not profiles, that's positions. And I've got 81 star 1 positions of my own. That's mine. That is mine. Now, concerning the flow, Buks explained this morning that it's going to go slower. There's a reason for that. Is because of donation 1 that don't give you extra position on the $4 anymore. And then also they stopped you taking additional positions on your own board when you're a receiver. Very good reason for that. People have been manipulating, and now that you fall on your lineage boards, everybody's working. It's actually going a little bit faster. So that's a good thing. We've got an 8 o'clock call now, the global call. The draw for the 2 star 4 positions is tonight. On Wednesday, we had a draw for 10. Eventually, it went up to 11 $4 positions. I received 1. One of our team members, everybody that won prizes on Wednesday is either from my direct upline or from our downline. Somebody, I think Elizabeth, got a star 1 position, and Mark Boer from Florida got himself a star 2 position. Tonight is the draw for the 2 positions on star 4. If you don't have the link, if I didn't post in a group where you are, send me a message and I'll forward the link to you. Right, that's all I've got to say for now. Mickey has been making some nice photos for remember, you can put a photo on your profile. Adele got hers on here. Dusty's got a new photo, so I'm going to put that one on. Charlie got one. She made one for Dream Sponsor. She made one for Lake as well. I've got one for Crowan, one for Pegasus, one for Lavender, Sunflower, and Kana Foundation. They're all there, so I'm going to change my photos. It is the photos is a bit big, so it takes a couple seconds more to upload, but they do upload. Right, any questions, people, for Buks or myself?
People, I just want to say, you guys mustn't get worried if you see those big figures that Stefan said. Remember, Stefan is in front for all of us. And that is why it's easy for him to say, you're going to have 1 million behind you. But it's also easy to say for him, don't worry, I've already managed it. It's been half downsized. And downsized and downsized and downsized again. Then we've got other specialists like Mark and people that's all working together. We're all in the same group here. And we're getting this thing done. I can promise you, we will have success in the system. People's already having success. But soon you're going to see, we're going to have that. We've got one group called the bragging board? What do you
Yeah,
call it?
bragging rights, something like that.
Bragging rights. You'll see the people's going to start putting in how much money they're getting back. They're getting withdrawals and withdrawals back. I already had one person today to help him to set up his withdrawal profiles. All right. Don't come when you get the millions and then wake up. You need to do it now. Get yourself sorted out. Those people that are still battling with Binance, call me. Let me help you. All right. Thank you, Stefan.
Okay, good. Then we done for today. We will see you again on Tuesday. And for the ones that want to join the 8 o'clock call, Mark, you must remember the 8 o'clock call for the star 4 draw. Lake, you're on star 3. You must be there. Johan, I don't know if you're on star 3 yet. I can't remember. No, suddenly. Johan. Okay, Johan is silent. I can't hear him. So it's not only for the people that's on star 3. The star 3 people is going to go into the draw, but it is an open call for everybody. Remember to be patient. They do start late and they do a full presentation, which take time. Last night's call took an hour and 40 minutes. All right, you can unmute, say bye. See you at 8 o'clock or otherwise Tuesday at 7.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Goodbye.